Hey everybody, we are here to talk about ivermectin.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Alright, so ivermectin, you may have heard about this in the news lately. We are not, very specifically not, talking about anything regarding the recent pandemic that shall not be named. But I do think this medication has gotten a bad rap, and so I want to unpack some research that's been going on. So that's what we are here to do. Again, I am not a doctor. Anything I say should not be taken as medical advice for your specific situation. So today what we're going to talk about is what is ivermectin, kind of the history of it as a medication, its more recent uses, and then just lay out a couple key questions if you're interested in moving forward with ivermectin in your plan. And so I really want to equip you with a couple things to get you started. All right, but let's start with what is ivermectin. So ivermectin was first discovered in 1970 by two researchers, one named Satoshi Amura and another William Campbell. And it was an unusual bacteria that Satoshi Amura found near a golf course in Japan. He sent it off to William Campbell, who did some testing with it and discovered some really interesting things. It was very, very effective in treating a wide range of parasites. It actually won the Nobel Prize in 2015 as what was called a wonder drug for parasitic diseases in both veterinary and human environments. And really incredible discovery that it's had a lot of powerful impact in people's lives. Again, there has been some controversial uses suggested in COVID-19 cases specifically. Not even going to touch that with a 30-foot pole. We are just talking about ivermectin. Ivermectin has been shown to possess different anti-inflammation, antiviral, and anti-tumor properties. Now, a study out of Henan University in China evaluated the application of ivermectin on colon cancer proliferations, that ivermectin inhibited the proliferation of colon cancer cells by arresting the tumor cell cycle. So getting the tumor cell cycle on a what we call a healthy course where it dies out. That's one major thing in most cancer cells is their death switch is turned off, so they don't ever have something that communicates with them to die off. And so as they multiply, the problem gets worse and worse rather aggressively. And so ivermectin was shown to arrest that tumor cell cycle. It also changed the morphology, which is really like the shape and behavior of the cancer cells. So it specifically changed how the cancer cells were structured and made them more weak from a structure standpoint. And then finally, ivermectin induced apoptosis. That's that programmed cell death cycle. It induced apoptosis in colon cancer cells by doing a few things. It increased caspase activity, which is a hormone that communicates with cells to move into apoptosis, as well as affecting the expression of apoptosis-related proteins that had a similar effect. So a really effective medication to induce that apoptosis cycle from a few different angles. This is cutting edge information. This research is just coming out in the last few months. So there's a lot to figure out still. There's a lot that has not been decided upon, but that is intriguing. And when you're in the midst of a cancer fight, cutting edge can be something very worth talking with your doctor about as new things are discovered in the medical realm. And so I want to leave you with just a few suggested questions to ask your doctor if anything that I've said here is intriguing to you in your situation. So here are the three questions. Have you, my doctor, reviewed the research regarding colon cancer and ivermectin? Hopefully that one's self-explanatory. You want to understand when you ask them the next questions, have they actually looked into it, or is there a gut response happening here? Particularly because, again, ivermectin has a complicated social stigma right now. It's question 2. What are your thoughts on adding ivermectin to my cancer treatment plan? Okay, so assuming they have researched Okay, what do you think? If they haven't researched, ask them to research so that you can ask the next question. And then third, what dose and frequency would you recommend and why? So again, as this research is happening, doctors are trying different doses to see what effects they can have. Rachel actually just started ivermectin as a part of her treatment plan based on our conversations with her doctor up in Seattle. And we have a specific dose that we are trying, but we're also seeing how she tolerates it and how it's going, and may make adjustments as we need to. So this is very new science that we are keeping an eye on ourselves, because we are in the colon cancer world and it's very important to us. And we wanted to share these things with you as we are learning together. If you have any questions or specific thoughts, maybe you have talked with your doctor about this, maybe they have additional information to look into, we would love to hear from you and continue to broaden our overall knowledge base together. But with that, I have nothing else to share on ivermectin at this moment, so we will talk to you soon.